I've looked at your homepage and gotten to know you. You're a National Geographic explorer. I mean, that sounds really adventurous. And can you just tell us a little bit about it and how you were selected? And that's just amazing. So,
Sure. So I've been a National Geographic explorer now for more than probably close to 25 years. I was in Madagascar doing research on lemurs when a National Geographic film crew came out actually to film Fusa, which are the one of the predators in Madagascar. It's a bit puma looking, but it's actually in the mongoose family. And so this is also a very rare elusive animal, and they were not able to find it quickly enough to make it a part of the film at that point. So they got nervous and turned to me and said, "Can you talk to us about lemurs? And can you show us lemurs?" And so that was my introduction into National Geographic. Once they learned more about my work, they actually came back. They did a full hour documentary. They offered me the first position as a female wildlife correspondent on National Geographic. So I was hosting documentaries all over the world. But more importantly, that then they really recognized the value of my work and the fact that I was really trying to communicate the plight of these animals. And so I received an Emerging Explorer Award. And so that was really the beginning of my path as a National Geographic explorer.
well, so you're probably one of the few women who are National Geographic explorers. Is that correct?
I mean, there's a lot of women who are National Geographic explorers. I was their first female wildlife correspondent on TV, so I was at the televisual forefront, which was an opportunity that I thought was important because it would show, little girls, young women that we're out there and typically you see, khaki clad white guys running around in the woods, and here I was waist deep in swamp in the middle of nowhere. And so I really loved that opportunity to possibly be a role model for other young women. But there's a lot of women National Geographic explorers,
Mhm.
and I think it's just important that we're more visible and that we're seen so that everyone knows that.
That's great. Yeah, some of the video I've seen of you out there is like really, I don't know if I could do that.
I'm
Uh,
sure you could.
so when you were talking about a wildlife correspondent, so what does a wildlife correspondent do? I mean, do they just do do shows, or what's a wildlife correspondent?
So a wildlife correspondent takes on the task of um, going out all over the world and talking about animals and the research that is being done and interviewing scientists and in the best case scenarios, capturing new behavior and footage that has rarely been seen, and bringing that to a worldwide audience. And it's a remarkable way of spreading awareness. I am a big believer in science communication. It's one of the reasons that I came to FIU, because the more we have scientists who are better able to communicate the research, the impact, and how that benefits not just, say, the wildlife, but humans all over the planet, no matter how far these animals are away from where you might live, it's having a positive impact on your life and society. So you, as a wildlife correspondent, you get to have this massive audience to share with them these adventures, these journeys, and you hope that this will also inspire the next generation of scientists, Jane Goodalls, adventurers, all of that.
I can see some little kids want to be wildlife correspondents, like a little channel for little kids. That would be so
Yeah,
fun to
that would
do.
be so fun. I know my kids would love to do that.
I have to think about that one. Okay.